So in the last class, we were doing the cases of equilibrium where the net torque is 0. In the case of net torque 0, there is a case of limiting case. Limiting case means the body is about to rotate, and that case was called toppling. Now we are taking some more cases of rotational equilibrium. After that, we are going to start fixed axis rotation. Then we are going to take rolling motion when we have moving axis rotation. Okay, so take some more cases of rotational equilibrium. Suppose we have a question like this. That this is a door. This is a door. This door is fixed to two hinges. One hinge is here, one hinge is here, and one hinge is here. We have seen these kind of doors in our homes. One hinge here and one hinge is here. This door can rotate about this hinge. This door can be opened and closed. Now, question is how these two hinges are applying the force. So, first of all, understand that if this is your door, as I have seen here, if I put just one hinge and leave it, it will become like this. If I just put one hinge, remove this hinge, then this would become like this. Now you have to bring it back. So this hinge, about this axis of rotation, upper axis, the torque of mg was anti-clockwise. It was trying to move anti-clockwise, so this must be pressing it by normal end. This hinge, in order to bring it back, this hinge must be pressing it in this direction. So this door experiences a force of push. From this hinge. Call it Nx. Now take another case. Remove this hinge and leave it. Once you remove this hinge and leave it, this door would start to fall down like this. अगर यहाँ पे hinge होगा, this would rotate and fall like this. That means in this case, about this hinge, only this hinge, if this hinge is not there, this would have fallen in the anti-clockwise direction. Means about this mg would have a torque anti-clockwise. This is trying to separate from this. So this must be pulled. And this is pushed. So understand, if you have an old door, अगर बहुत पुराना door है, if there is old door, if you open that door, when the door is taken out from the home, you will find that at this point, the door is rubbed. This end of the hinge is clear. There is no force in the whole lifetime on this end. But here, this end is rubbed. This is clear. Understand? There is difference between pull and push. So this is pressing it to, because its natural motion about this axis was to go, this point was trying to go right. So this has to be pushed. And if only this axis is there, about this it was trying to go away, so it is pulled. Both must be same. Why? Because rest two forces are this. mg at center of mass, there is certain component ny here, and there is certain component ny here. Now in the horizontal direction, there is only two forces, nx and nx dash, and they must cancel out. That means nx is equal to nx dash. First thing. Second thing, doors are placed in such a way. The hinges are placed in such a way that the total force, net force exerted by this is equal to net force exerted by this. The magnitude of the force exerted by the two hinges are same, although the directions are different. This hinge is going to apply a force on the door in this direction, and this hinge is going to apply the force in this direction. Whatever it is. So this is because under root nx square plus ny square should be equal to under root nx square plus n dash y square. Therefore, n dash and ny must be same, because the magnitude of force on the two must be same. Okay, this is the mechanism of how door is placed. Later in collision, we would see what is the mechanism by which the stopper is placed. Central percussion. So understand that if this is the door, and here there are two hinges here and here, then at this point the door was trying to move inward. If you leave this is like this. So to bring this hinge must be pressing it inward, and if I put just this hinge, leave it will fall down like this. It will fall down like this. So this hinge must be pulling it rightward. They must be same because horizontal force have to be cancelled out. Ny, first thing. Now, question is how to get Nx and Ny. Imagine that this is 6 feet high or 6 feet high. Imagine that this is 4 feet. Imagine that this distance is 1 feet. This distance is also 1 feet. And this distance is remaining 4 feet. Some distances are given in the question. The question is how to calculate Nx and Y. How to calculate Nx and Ny. So how to get about that? First of all, 2 times of, for vertical equilibrium, 2 times of Ny. 2 times of Ny must be equal to mg. First equation. Ny upward must balance weight. Second equation is Nx minus Nx is 0. That is valid. Now take any point as axis. Take this point A as axis. Take this as axis. Take the axis of this point as your axis of rotation. Once you take this as axis, torque of Nx is 0, torque of Ny is 0, and since the line of action of this Ny also passes through this, torque of Ny is 0. About this point, torque of the two forces passing through it is 0, and the torque of the force passing here, but its line of action passes through A is 0. There are only 2 torques now. One is due to Nx and one is due to mg. So about point A, you would get mg into 2 feet. See, line of action of mg at a distance of 2 feet. mg into 2 feet is equal to nx into 4 feet. Here nx would become equal to mg by 2. You would get nx is equal to mg by 2 and y also equal to mg by 2. So in that case you would get, so ny and nx both are mg by 2. So net force is mg by 2 root 2 at an angle of 45 degree. mg by 2 root 2 because nx and ny are coming to be same. So that you can get in this case. Second quick case. Suppose you have been asked a question that you know that if I have a block placed on a surface and I press it, then the minimum force required to move this, the minimum force required to slide this is mu times of mg, mu times of normal, friction coefficient times of normal. Now question is different. This is a solid cylinder placed on a rough ground. A solid cylinder is placed on a ground. I want to twist it so that it rotates. I want to rotate it. What is the minimum torque required to rotate it? How to get the minimum torque required to rotate it? Let us see. So question is, a solid cylinder is placed on a rough ground with circular base in contact with ground as shown. Find minimum torque required to rotate it. Okay, so this is the question. This is a cylinder, solid cylinder placed on the ground. This is your ground or the cardboard. On this is placed. Now you have to provide some external torque here. You have to provide some external torque here so that it is rotates. Friction coefficient is mu. Mass is m, radius is r. What is the minimum torque required to rotate it? What is the minimum torque required to rotate it? So how to get that? Now understand that who is trying to prevent this rotation? If I provide some torque, if I want to rotate it, if I provide some external torque, who is going to prevent it from rotating? It is the frictional force on its base that is providing. I have to overcome the preventive, the opposing frictional torque. I have to overcome the maximum value of frictional torque possible to rotate it. If I provide slight torque, it would not rotate because friction's torque is sufficient to provide it, balance it. So what is my purpose is that, see, let us see when it is about to rotate. When it is about to rotate, go to a distance r from here. Go to a distance r from here. Take a distance dr. You take a ring between r and r plus dr. Go to a distance r, take dr, and you would get a ring between r and r plus dr. From top view, it looks like this. From top view, it looks like this. This is the top view. So we are going from between a distance r and r plus dr, and we would get a cylinder, a thin cylindrical cell. So ये बताओ, what is the weight here? On this part, weight is, this is the top view. This is the top view. On this part, the weight is inward. What is inward weight? Inward weight is dm into g, and that is equal to normal dm. सुनाई दे रहा है? Yes, sir. So this, here the total mass is m, but here mass is not total mass m. Here there is certain part of the mass, because normal varies from ring to ring. Normal is different for different ring. Understand? The normal that is acting on this ring and the normal that is acting on next ring of same thickness dr is not same. First thing. Second thing, because normal is different, so limiting value of friction is different, and because the distance also is different from axis, the distance of this frictional force is different, so torque also is different. So here you have to integrate the torque. So understand, at a distance r from here, between r and dr, we are getting a ring. Let us find what is the weight of this cylindrical cell. I can write this weight as dn is equal to dm into g, and that is equal to mass per unit area. Mass, total mass, this was distributed on total area of pi r square. What is the area of this part? Area of this part is length into thickness. What is the total length? 2 pi r. What is total length? 2 pi r. What is thickness dr? This is the normal into g. This is the normal acting here. This is the normal acting on this thin cell. Understand? This is a solid cylinder, but this is a hollow cylinder. Between r and r plus dr, this is distance r and this thickness is dr, very small. On this, there is certain frictional force. What is the frictional force acting here? So in the limiting case, frictional force acting here, because you are trying to rotate it like this. You are trying to rotate it like this. So you are trying to rotate it like this. So frictional force must be acting like this. Every point is trying to rotate clockwise. So at all the point, frictional force should be acting anti-clockwise. this frictional force would become mu into dn. This frictional force in limiting case would become mu into dn, that means mu into this quantity. Once you get this frictional force, the frictional force would become mu into dn. Once frictional force is mu into dn, then we can get what is the torque. What is the torque? So torque due to friction, d tau due to friction, that's maximum value. The torque due to friction have a maximum value in the limiting case. The torque due to friction, because these all friction forces are acting at same distance r. From this axis of rotation, this all frictional force are tangential at same distance r. So that would become equal to df into r. That means df means mu into dn into r. That would become equal to mu into dn means mass by pi r square into 2 pi r dr into g into r. Mass by pi r square into 2 pi r dr into g into r. This was normal. This bracket was normal. This is mu. So this is frictional force acting tangentially at all the point. This distance is fixed into distance. This is the torque acting, maximum value of torque that can prevent the motion of a cylinder between r and r plus dr. Now the total preventing frictional force torque on the entire cylinder would be integration of this. So if you want to get tau max, integration of this from 0 to r, and that would become equal to ये pi कट गया 2m mu by r square, 2m mu by r square, g also बाहर 2m mu by r square dr. Integral of r square dr is from 0 to r cube by 3, and that is equal to mu mg into 2r by 3. Mu mg into 2r by 3. Mu mg into 2r by 3. This is the maximum value of preventive. This is the limiting value of the torque given by friction. Friction cannot provide a preventing torque more than this. You have to overcome this torque. So your external torque should exceed this. Your external torque should exceed this. Mu mg into 2r by 3. ठीक है. Take one or two more question. Now see, suppose we have a case like this. Suppose we have a case like this. We have been asked a case like this. What is the case? Case is that this is a wall and this is a rough wall. And this is a rough horizontal surface. This is a rough wall and rough horizontal surface. And we have placed here friction coefficient is mu1 and here friction coefficient is mu2. This is rod of mass m, rod or ladder of mass m, length L. Question is, if this is the limiting case, means this is the boundary case. After this point, it's about to slip. So this is the boundary case, this is the limiting case. This is the diagram in the limiting case. The body is about to slip. What is tan theta? Find theta in terms of mu1 and mu2. Find theta in terms of mu1 and mu2. So our first step would be to put here forces. So I am going to put force here, one force here and one force here, because this is the limiting case. And this rod is trying to slip like this. This point is trying to slip left. So here friction would be mu times of N1. Mu1 times of N1. This would be mu1 times of N1. Here normal is N2. And because this point is trying to slip down, because this would be the motion after slipping starts. this point is trying to slip down. So friction's impending value would be mu2 into n2. Limiting case of friction in both the cases. And here there is one more force, and that is mg. At center of mass there is a force mg. Now we have to find the translational and rotational equilibrium and then solve the question. We have to find the case of translational and rotational equilibrium. One more thing I want to tell you is that resultant of these two, n1 and mu1, n1, somewhere here, the vector sum of n1 and this force, contact force here, somewhere here, resultant of these two contact force, somewhere here, and mg, their line of action are concurrent. Means if I extend this line of action of mg like this, if I extend the line of action of mg like this, अगर हम इसको extend कर दें, if I extend the line of action of mg like this, then I take the vector sum of these two, somewhere here, they meet here, then the vector sum of these two must pass through this point. Like there is Lami's theorem to solve the cases of translational equilibrium, a by f1 by sine theta 1 is f2 by sine theta 2 is equal to f3 by sine theta 3. There is also a trigonometric method of solving the rotational equilibrium cases. I can solve this, but not now because I have to teach. I am not teaching the regular class. Okay, so what we have to do is that first of all, write upward and downward. In vertical direction, net force is 0. What is force here? Mu2 n2. What is the force here? Mu2 n2. So mu2 n2 upward, n1 upward, mg downward. First equation. Second, right and left. Cancel right and left. Left force n2. Left force n2. Right force mu1 n1. Second. Now solve these two first. Put mu1 here. Mu2 into n2 means mu1 n1 plus n1 is equal to mg. So n1 is equal to mg by 1 plus mu1 mu2. Therefore n2 is equal to mu times of n1. That means n1 into mg by 1 plus mu1 mu2. Okay. Third. Now come to torque. About which point we can take torque? Better take about point A or point B. Why? Because two forces are passing through point A. If I am balancing the torque about point A, because once the body in equilibrium, you can take any point, but try to select that point through which maximum forces are passing, so that minimum number of torques are required to solve the question. So here two forces are passing, here one force is passing, here two forces are passing. So center of mass is not a wise decision here, because center of mass is not a wise decision, because this is the equilibrium case. Torque about any axis would give you same value of answer, and through this if I take, then I have to calculate 4 torques. But if I take about point A, do not have to take torque of two forces. So leave A. mg. Take mg. What is the torque of mg? So torque about A. Axis passing through point A. n1 torque 0, mu1 n1 torque 0. mg torque is mg into L by 2. देखो यहाँ से यहाँ L by 2 cos theta. mg into L by 2 cos theta. mg into L by 2 cos theta is equal to, this torque was clockwise. Rest two torques are anti-clockwise. N2 torque is equal to, this was clockwise. Clockwise is equal to anti-clockwise. N2 into, what is the distance of line of action of N2 from this point A? This is L sin theta. What is the distance of line of action of this from this point? From this point, this line of action is at a height of L sin theta. What about this? The line of action of mu2 n2. The line of action of this mu2 n2 is, this distance is L cos theta. The line of action of mu2 n2 from axis of rotation is L cos theta. So you are getting What you have to do? L is cancelled. L is cancelled. mg by 2 divide by cos theta. n2 tan theta. n2 tan theta plus mu 2 n2 are divided by cos theta. Okay. So n2 I can place from here. n2 I can place from here.